Hi there. Good morning, everyone. We're almost at winter break. For those of you who have winter break, just 2 more days left, hopefully, for most of you. So today I wanted to address several different questions that I've gotten sort of in one conversation about the Facilitating Intercultural Learning program. So the two overarching questions really that I've gotten, as well as many smaller, more specific questions, are: what makes the Facilitating Intercultural Learning program unique? And how is it different from the program that I used to offer called Foundations of Intercultural Learning and Teaching? So I'm going to try to answer all of those questions today. First of all, for those of you who don't know what Facilitating Intercultural Learning is, that is a 12-week intensive professional development program that I run for educators, faculty and staff in higher education who are interested in learning how to better navigate cultural differences, increasing your own intercultural competence, as well as just generally becoming a more effective and inspired educator. So let's talk first about what makes the program unique. So this program has evolved from many years of doing intercultural training and coaching. I've done one-on-one coaching, I've done large group trainings, also more extended trainings over time with groups. And this is really bringing together all the pieces that I see working into a more robust, supportive program. So the program is specifically designed for higher education folks, both to help you develop your own intercultural competence and to help you facilitate students' intercultural learning. So I haven't seen any other program out there that's really focused on both of those things together and for this specific audience. Also, I use what I call the Grosso Philosophy. So we're focused on knowledge, intercultural concepts, theories, ideas, all of that. We want to make sure that you understand the intercultural theory and concepts and are comfortable teaching them, making them your own, etc. But that's where a lot of programs stop. They kind of assume that when you know the intercultural concepts, theories, ideas, that you can then practice intercultural competence and you can teach how to learn in intercultural situations. And I have definitely found that that is not necessarily the case. So in addition to knowledge, we're focused on your own intercultural growth. Everyone in the program takes the intercultural development inventory and does a one-on-one debrief with me and gets an individual development plan. So you know specifically what you can focus on with regards to your own intercultural development. And then as you're going through the program, everything we do is meant to teach you knowledge, concepts, ideas, and use those for your own intercultural growth. So we do a lot of activities that are focused on you developing in 4 different areas of intercultural growth. And then the third area we're focused on is SOW, S-O-W. So sowing the seeds of intercultural knowledge and learning in others. How do you facilitate intercultural learning? So in this section, we look at pedagogy, intercultural and experiential pedagogy, and think about how to apply that to curriculum design as well as facilitation. So as we go through the program and we do all of these activities, we also create time to talk about, okay, what we just did, how might you apply that with your students or with your learners? What area of intercultural development is that focused on? What type of learners would that be best for? So we're focusing on all of these different things kind of simultaneously. And most programs that I'm familiar with focus more on knowledge. They might focus somewhat on your own intercultural growth, the better programs out there, but they're not focusing on also at the same time through that process, helping you think about how to facilitate this kind of learning for others. Another thing that makes this program unique, I think, is the practicality of it and the ripple effect. So I think I've hinted at the practicality. You're not just learning concepts and ideas that you have to then go out and figure out how to apply on your own. We're really going from theory down to practice. So you learn the concepts in the theory, but then you also really learn how to apply it. And most people come into this program with a project in mind, something that they want to work on, whether it's a study abroad orientation, orientation for new international students, a course that they teach, a course that they want to create for international students or study abroad students. Other people have been leading study abroad programs and wanted to integrate intercultural learning into those programs. So people come in with a project in mind usually, and we focus on, okay, as we go along, what you're learning, how does that apply to your particular project? How might you incorporate what you've learned from this week's material, from what we learned this week, into your own work and what you're doing? So there's a big impact on many, many people through this program. And that's what I talk about with a lot of people when we talk about applying for professional development funds. This is not about acquiring knowledge that's going to stay in your head, in your one person. The whole idea here is training you so that you get better at impacting others. So this is an investment not just in your own professional development, but in your programming, in all of the work that you're doing. Another thing that I think makes this program particularly unique is the community and the relationships that you build. I know a lot of people don't usually come into a program like this necessarily looking for that or thinking about that. But as I talked about in my live on, I think it was on Monday, developing a community of other intercultural practitioners is one of the best things that you can do to support ongoing learning in this area for yourself. And you're building that through this program. You do build relationships at a deep level. I know that might be hard for some people to understand, given that this is conducted in a virtual way, but you really do develop relationships in a way like you might at, say, a 5-day in-person workshop. But that's balanced with the convenience of distance learning and ongoing support and feedback extended over time. Because it is a 12-week program, you're learning bit by bit, you're connecting with others in the group over time, and so you're able to go back to your own context, personal and professional, and apply what you're learning, come back to the group, report back, get feedback on what you're doing, learn more, and go out and apply that. So I want to talk now a little bit about how the program has evolved. People who have been in my community for a while know that I used to run a program called Foundations of Intercultural Learning and Teaching. And I refer to the Facilitating Intercultural Learning program as kind of version 2.0 of that program. So one way it's changed is I'm trying to simplify the name. Facilitating Intercultural Learning is hopefully a little easier to say and remember than Foundations of Intercultural Learning and Teaching. I still don't know if we've got the perfect name yet, but we'll see. It's also evolved from, it was originally an 8-week program, and now it's a 12-week program. I haven't necessarily added a ton of content, but one thing that I've seen in the feedback I received is people wanted more time for implementation. What they were learning was wonderful, and they wanted time to implement it and apply it to the work that they were doing. And so we've scheduled in implementation weeks. You have 3 weeks with new material, and then after every 3 weeks of new material, there's a week with no new material, and we're really focused on implementing. And frankly, for a lot of people, it's focused on catching up. We have very busy lives, and so that is kind of a buffer for you to catch up if you've fallen behind. If you get busy, you can use that week to do other things, etc. But by being together for 12 weeks, it allows you more time to be implementing on what you're learning, and while you're implementing, coming to the group and to me to get feedback along the way. So as I said, the content hasn't been added too much, but it has been improved upon based on me seeing where I get questions, where people stumble or are challenged. So the content has definitely gotten stronger as we've moved along. The biggest change, however, is that the program now incorporates small group coaching. So previously, all of the interaction between the group and myself, other than my one-on-one IDI debriefs with people, all of that interaction was done online, like through text. Every week, people did have to post in response to things. And so we really engaged in robust conversation online. And a lot of people said they were surprised at the community that we developed, even though it was only via text online. And I did that because I really wanted to accommodate different time zones. But following that program, I had a lot of people say, we want to continue to work with you. We want continued support. And so I developed a program that is primarily small group coaching over time with some alumni that had gone through Foundations of Intercultural Learning and Teaching. And we meet twice a month in a small group online via Zoom. And it's focused on what they need, what they're doing, what they're implementing on, where they're struggling, their own intercultural challenges. And I've seen just how much that can add to the experience and the richness that brings. And also realized that by adding small group coaching, we can improve the relationships, improve the community aspect, and actually save time because people are getting feedback in a lot easier format than typing online. And so the new 12-week program, instead of having people respond to prompts online every week, each week we get together as a group and we really dive into the material deeper. We discuss your own personal and professional experiences and connect them to the concepts and ideas we're talking about. We answer questions, give feedback, etc. So that small group coaching element is really there to provide more depth, help you connect more with others, and save you time. So those are, I think, the key changes that have been made. The next cohort starts on January 6th, so pretty much immediately following winter break for many people. And I just have a few spots left. So today is the last day that I'm accepting calls. If you want to book a call, you need to book it today. I do still have slots open on my calendar for tomorrow, but you do need to book today if you're interested in the program. So I'll drop the link for that in the chat or in the comments section. Do book a call if you're interested, even if you don't know if it's the right fit. That's the point of the call. So feel free to book a call with me. If you're not going to be in the office tomorrow but would really like to join, just send me a message or write me an email. And if you have any other questions about the program, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments section. But I'm really excited. We have a great group forming, and I'm really looking forward to this new format where we're able to connect on a weekly basis and dive into the material on a deeper level. So if this is of interest to you, I would really encourage you to join us and really start 2020 off in a new and exciting way. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.